If the street you live on is like most in North America or Europe, you're probably living next to houses that look similar to yours, built for you to live in comfortably and with a relatively short lifespan before being demolished to make room for new. Likewise, the music that fills most of our airwaves and daily living is similarly designed, easily accessible, familiar, and with a very short lifespan indeed. However, if you live in or near a major population center, chances are you may have an older post office, a railway station, a church or cathedral, a skyscraper, or even a building that initially defies any description whatsoever. Many of these places, carefully preserved and documented, serve as pieces of representative architecture. Built to last generations, sometimes centuries, these buildings represent specific aesthetic and stylistic concerns of the time in which they were conceived, from the medieval cathedrals of Europe to the Bauhaus structures of 1920s Germany and beyond. Each piece is considered a representation of a unique architectural moment in history. The same applies to the touchstones of our musical canon. We cherish many works and composers oftentimes for how well their written output crystallizes stylistic and formal changes in music over the categorized periods of musical history. Though not made of brick and mortar, these compositions and their makers have stood the test of time and become representative in their own right. So does one representative building look radically different from another because of chance? Does Stravinsky's L'Histoire du Soldat sound profoundly different from a Bach chaconne by sheer accident? Of course not. Cultural aesthetics change over time, but they do not occur in a vacuum. And in the case of architecture and music, I believe they are inextricably linked. In this series of videos and exercises, we will explore the innate connections that drive stylistic change within both disciplines and see how change in each is reflected in the other. We will necessarily touch upon history, literature, and the political realities of the selected time periods for essential context in understanding architecture and music in all of their related power, simplicity, grandeur, and beauty.